Can your senses stand in the way of you perceiving reality? Abed might say so. Abed is pretty intensely concerned with what is real. The question is, in Abed's economy, what is real? Abed makes dozens of comments throughout the show about how it seems that he's in a TV show. The other characters assure him that this is reality and he's not in a TV show. But the fact of the matter is, Abed is in a TV show. And it's Abed's heightened awareness that rattles the cage of the suspension of disbelief, causing friction with the audience. Abed's heightened awareness causes him to constantly question what is real. Is the audience real because it's there and watching the program, or is it not real because he lives in a world that can't perceive it? Is the television show real because we, the audience, can see it, or is it not real because the characters live in a created world where TV exists and they aren't on it? The way Abed deals with these complicated questions is to use examples from popular culture that illustrate his point.
Jeff protected my honor. It was like my bodyguard, but I was the kid from Meatballs, Jeff was the guy from Full Metal Jacket, and the mustache guy was the brother of the guy in Entourage.
Thanks for dumbing that down for us.
Got it.
Okay, bad example.
You're Goldie Hawn, Jeff.
I'm sorry?
You're Goldie Hawn.
Is it the lips?
No. In Overboard, she was just like you. Wealthy, assertive, arrogant, got manicures all the time. But then she fell off her boat, and it was a good thing for her because ultimately she realized she was happier being poor and raising 4 unruly boys with Kurt Russell.
Can I not be Kurt Russell in this scenario?
You can do whatever you want. You just have to know what that is.
Abed takes examples from films he knows people are familiar with, and from these familiar examples he makes his point. Abed makes sense of his own reality and helps others make sense of their reality by using stories and illustrations that they're familiar with. Abed's challenge to reality is not entirely unlike Jesus proclaiming that the kingdom of heaven is near. No doubt those he taught had tons of questions about whether this kingdom that they couldn't see or hear or touch actually existed. Did it exist because Jesus told them it existed? Or did it exist all on its own, even though no one could perceive it with their senses? And who knows? Maybe sometimes Jesus wasn't too sure if the kingdom of heaven actually existed, being a human with senses and all. Jesus used parables to explain the kingdom of heaven. He used illustrations from everyday life, primarily agricultural illustrations because he was from an agrarian society. And using these illustrations, he helped himself and others make sense of the reality of the kingdom of heaven. This is just one way that we can identify Abed as a Christ figure. Both Abed and Jesus had a broader sense of reality than all the people around them. And they used familiar illustrations to help people make sense of this broader reality.